Well, PrepareSTL started because we were concerned that this global pandemic would disproportionately impact people of color, Black folks and immigrants and others who had been negatively impacted by structural racism, right? So access to health care, health outcomes, all of those things meant that these populations were most likely to be to get sick, right, to die. And so early in the pandemic, a group of us, and there was no organized effort initially. It was individuals who knew each other, picking up the phone, calling each other, literally in the beginning of March saying, you see this pandemic? Do you know what's about to happen? What do we need to put in place to ensure that African Americans have the best shot of survival?
We didn't come in with a preconceived notion of this is what needs to happen and who needs to do what. We came in with the orientation of listening, because there were community members who felt firsthand the harm and the damage of the pandemic that nobody was asking. What do you need? How are you doing? And how do we do this together?
There were 7 organizations that came together. So the Regional Health Commission, the Integrated Health Network, St. Louis Mental Health Board, the Community Health Workers Coalition, the Department of Health for the city, Department of Public Health for the county, the T, right? I mean, all of these different groups came together and said, if we collectively put our energies, our efforts, our talents, our expertise together, we've got a much better chance of being able to reach a broader swath of the population. But individually, as institutions, we're going to be limited in our capacity, and we're going to be limited in our ability to execute.
We have dynamic leaders in their own right. So if you look at all the folks who are sitting around the table of PrepareSTL, they have done phenomenal work and have built their brands, their legacy in community. And so for everyone to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to step back and I'm going to listen and figure out how we collectively do that, I think that was one of the greatest challenges and one of the greatest rewards. And I think that was actually one of the best learning moments for us, because we really understood what it meant, what it looked like, and what it felt like, again, to be community first.
How do we know what to do? Because we're rooted in community. We are connected. These aren't folks, when we talk about being with and serving other African Americans or people of color, we aren't talking about people we don't know. We're talking about our mama, our cousin, ourselves, our children, our husbands, our wives, right? We're talking about us. So we understood that there was going to be a need to advance awareness. People just needed to know, what the heck is this virus? What causes this virus? How do we keep ourselves as safe as we possibly can be? What are the actual things that we can do to help us survive?
So the team got together and came up with this brilliant idea to go. We partnered with Schnucks and went to parking lots of Schnucks, and we looked at, okay, what are the community needs? So we had mask drives that were there. We had testing, community partners provided testing. We had music, we had voter registration. We had opportunities for folks to fill out the census forms. So everything that you might find in community. And to watch folks walk up, even walk by and say, oh, what are y'all doing over here? And the atmosphere of joy in the midst of sorrow, and the opportunity for community to get together and celebrate who we are and how we can thrive and be resilient, that's when I knew this is a model that we need to sustain.
When I was standing in the line to go vote, I saw a number of people with PrepareSTL masks on, and I was like, yes, right? They had no idea that I was a part of the team that helped to make sure that we got 400,000 to 500,000 masks out, right?
It embodies Sankofa, the principle of us looking back and understanding what harm has been done in the past, and collectively deciding that we're going to repair the breaches and that we're going to use what we've learned and the power that resides within us to continue to strive for excellence today and beyond. So that's what this means. I think this is just a beginning of a new way of us partnering and working together and centering the joy, the resilience, the well-being of our collective community.
I worked with the best team of my life in PrepareSTL. Folks who every single day, no matter the time of day, did their absolute best to ensure the survival, the recovery, and the support of folks that our systems leave behind. And to see that effort recognized by the St. Louis American, right? One of our most treasured cultural resources and assets in this region is a validation of all of the hard work and all of the sacrifice and all of the love that this team has poured into this community. We didn't ask for the validation, but boy, if it doesn't feel good. We're so very grateful.